Hi everybody, welcome to our webcast. My name is Furtado, and our webcast today is Financials Made Simple for the Business Owner. So I'm really super excited to be hosting this today. I want to show you as a business owner to take your power back and to take your control back. So if you're joining us, please say hi in the comments in the chat box and tell me where you're from, and if you are a business owner, what type of business that you have. And what is your greatest fear around your financials and the talk about money? I hear that so much, that there's a lot of business owners that, you know, literally when they hear about financials, they literally run the other way, and I'm here to change that for you. So welcome, and again, my name is Furtado. Let's get started. So basically, you are here to, want to teach you how and why and what numbers are important in your financials. I'm a professional accountant myself, and I think this is like super important for every single business owner so that they don't become another statistics. And basically, the key here is confidence, is just having the confidence. Once you learn this, it's really not difficult. It really truly is simple math. But a lot of us, we have history with money. Some of us, a lot of times what happens is we are business owners and we get started and we don't really know a whole lot of business. We know we're passionate about that business. We know we want to run it and make some money, but we really don't know a whole lot about financials and business strategies, that kind of stuff. And this is just another thing that we have to learn. We wear many hats as a business owner. So before we begin today, I want you to have the best experience on our webinar tonight, and I want you to turn off all your cell phones and emails and also your social media to give your undivided attention to this web class. You owe it to yourself to make sure that you're really paying attention. This is really, really super important. And I hope you will stay till the end because we have a special offer at the end and I'm really, really super excited to be sharing that with you. So please stay till the end and you will have that opportunity at the end of this webinar. So let's start off by saying who this is for. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is for business owners and entrepreneurs. Whether you're online, offline, this is really, really a key component. Financials are the lifeblood of your business. You need to know your numbers. It's really super important, and I'm on a mission to help you do that. And I'm on a mission actually to help millions of business owners, as you will see in one of our slides coming up. So why are you here? Likely you've seen the title and really liked it, Financials Made Simple, which is what I'm all about. Not only do I have the financial background, I also have a teaching background, not necessarily formally, but I love to make things really simple and easy. And many of my clients, as well as, when I was a manager, even all my workers used to always say I make things so simple and easy. And that's what I'm here to do, is to make it really simple. So maybe you are here because you are having some challenges in terms of financials or understanding things. Maybe you are like most business owners and entrepreneurs. You are juggling many things, you wear many, many hats, and you don't really have the time to, go and get an MBA or learn the financials, and you're scared because you think, you have to be an accountant to learn this, and I'm here to tell you, you do not have to be an accountant. This is really simple stuff, literally as simple as math, and I know math might not be everybody's strong suit, but literally it's quite simple. So just give it some openness and, just let it kind of open up tonight. And again, maybe you are here because you have money worries as well. Maybe you are someone who's having those sleepless nights because of the financials. Maybe, like I said, you're worried, you're scared. Like this gentleman here, you got paperwork flying everywhere and you just don't have time to learn your financials. And maybe you think it's your accountant's responsibility too. And actually it's your responsibility. So I want to help you to understand it and to know so you can avoid those sleepless nights and those unwanted surprises and worries. So why is it critical to change today? Oops, shoot, my video didn't stop. Okay, so why is it critical to change today? So first of all, I don't want you to be another statistic. They say at least 80% of all businesses fail in the first year, and I don't want you to be one of those. There's many reasons why businesses fail, but number one, a lot of times it is because they didn't know their financials. They, you know, if I had looked at their financials, I probably would have seen it coming and would have been able to, you know, kind of go, hello, something's happening here. We need to, you know, raise our revenues or decrease expenses, raise our profits, or we need to make a change here. So I don't want you to be another statistic. It truly, truly is really simple. I want you to avoid those sleepless nights and unwanted surprises at the end of the year when you have a tax audit, because it will happen in your business life. And I want you to take that power back that you have in the control. If you're in control and power in terms of, you know your numbers and you know your financials, then you know you are in power and control of your business and your life as well. And to me, money equals power to give. So don't think of money as a bad thing. And the more you give, the more freedom you have, and the more money you have, like I said, more freedom you have for your family as well as your business. So really super, super important. Sorry. So you've come to the right place and you're already a winner just by being here today. So congratulations for being here. So if you're just joining us, feel free to say hi in the comments and put where your challenges are with your business and or money. And also, we've already kind of gotten started, so you'll definitely be able to watch the replay as well. So this is my family, and my family and I, and to me, family equals and freedom is the number one thing in my life, and I want to make that for you as well in your business and your life, because when you know your financials and you understand and is running your business very profitably, that equals freedom in your business and your life. So I want that for you. So just a little bit about me. If you're new to me, my name is Christine Furtado. I'm a professional accountant by trade. I'm also a financial coach, and I do consulting and financial coaching for large corporations as well as entrepreneurs online. And I have over 25 years of business and accounting experience in all different Fortune 500 companies, as well as I've held different senior financial positions in these companies. And I've also worked in various industries such as education, transportation, manufacturing, and I've held senior financial positions. So I know all about the financials, and I'm all about making them easy. So as you can see, money management has really been my life, and that's what I'm all about, and I'm the queen of money. So what I'm known for is I help entrepreneurs and business owners to double their profits in less than 30 days. I also, like I said, make financials simple and easy. And I also teach, I'm really big on teaching the foundations of what you need to know in terms of your financials and anything really. I'm about foundations and systems to make it really easy and automated and as simple as possible. Again, I'm known as the queen of money. So basically, I'm on a mission, and my mission is to help 1 million business owners to create massive success and profitability in their business and to turn around and make that freedom in their business and life. There's also something coming up, is I'm going to be hosting a new podcast coming up with exactly that title, Financials Made Easy. So that is how I will be able to eventually, with that platform and many others, be able to help 1 million business owners. So that's my mission. So why should you listen to me? Again, I'm a professional accountant, and I'm also a financial coach. So money is just my thing. I live and breathe it. I've got, like I said, 25 years of business and accounting experience. So I know I've been part of audits. I've been part of taxation. I've done all the financial statements for these big companies. I've also worked for medium companies where I did it all myself. So I wore many, many hats. And I know literally from A to Z in the financials. I'm not just someone who's at top level. I've literally, started as a clerical staff and worked my way up. So definitely a very, very hands-on person. So I'm also doing a lot of consulting with some bigger corporations. And again, I'm all about establishing those financial foundations and your knowledge and understanding for it. It's just so important in business. Also, I'm all about systems and making it very, very easy for you. So that's really, really key. So I share this because I want you to know that I've been there. I also hear you. For me personally, my whole journey on the financial realm actually started when, my parents back in the day, they made decent money, but for some reason they just weren't having ends meet. But I thought from a simple math perspective, they should be. So that was my starting point when I was 16, and I followed a lot of successful people and then ended up going into the financial industry. So I totally understand where you're coming from as a business owner or someone who wants to understand their financials and their money. So I totally hear you. Also, I've got all those years of experience behind me, and I want to help you to shorten that learning curve, make it really super simple. And by hiring a coach or someone to help you in your business, that makes things a lot easier and simpler for you to be able to run your business. Again, I want to teach you everything that I know, and I also want you to know you do not have to be an accountant to know all this. It's really just simple understanding of how things work, and just making sure that everything is transacted properly and that you're tracking your numbers and looking at them regular basis. So you do not have to be an accountant. I want you to make that really clear, because I know a lot of people get really, really scared when it comes to that, and they think, just pass it over to my accountant. The other thing is your accountant is not responsible for your numbers. You are as a business owner, so that is really, really important. And basically, they're just going to do their job on running the financials for you, but they're not really going to teach you, and that's what I'm here to do, is to help you to understand that and teach you. So I want you to imagine for now, your financials and everything running great, your business running great, and just that freedom that you're going to feel in your business and in your life. And this is also here, it's so important to know your numbers and to pay attention. And to know your financial statements and what does that mean and what does everything mean. It's really, really super important. I hear it and see it so many times where business owners literally are not paying attention, flying by the seat of their pants. They think they're making the revenue in their business, but lo and behold, the profits are not there, and they're spending it through, they're spending more than they have, and before you know it, the business is closing. So that's why it's so important to pay attention and to know your financials. Super, super easy. In the end, what that's going to do for you and your business is that you are going to have the confidence, and this is not going to be a worry for you anymore. You're going to be able to, do what you do best in the business, and that's to run the business, but always looking at the numbers. It's kind of like looking at the health and the temperature of your business, and to see how it's rating that way. Also, you know what? When you are doing well in your business, you'll be able to donate to the causes that you're really, really passionate about. So today, it's all about balance. So I just want to share a couple testimonials from some of my clients. So Cheryl says that she was making 6 figures in her business and was drowning in negative profit. And within 30 days of working with me, she knew her numbers, doubled her profits, and gained so much confidence. And then after that, she continued to double her profits every single month. So that's Cheryl. And then Dave says, growing up, money and finances were very, very hush-hush in his family. He says, Christine taught me how it was simple to open my mind to the possibilities, and her revenue growth strategies have helped my 10-year business to finally hit 6 figures. So really, really key. These things are so, so important. So today, this is what we're going to learn. The first strategy we're going to learn are just some tips and tricks to overcome the fear of money that everybody has. It's, it breaks my heart when there's so many people, so many business owners that they're like, oh, financials, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to hear it. And, it's really, really key to be able to know that. And I think I kind of stopped my video, but I didn't really need to stop it. Okay. Okay, so strategy number 2. Okay. Strategy number 2 is why it's so important to know and understand your numbers. What's that going to do for you? And strategy number 3 is the 5 most important numbers that you can learn today that you need to know in your business. Again, I'm here to keep it simple and make it really simple and easy and fun for you. And the fourth strategy, we're going to touch on the financial statements and what they actually mean in plain English. Again, a lot of people just get really scared about it, and you really don't have to be an accountant or anybody who's an expert or have an MBA or anything like that to actually know this. It's really quite simple. So let's go. Let's talk about strategy number one, our fear of money. So typically what happens when I get clients that come on board, most people have some kind of past or history about money. They have a money story that they've told themselves, or maybe their parents have told them this story. And a lot of times we have to uncover all that before we can actually move forward. So it's really, really key. And a lot of that stems from, like I said, the past, the history. Most of us have learned this before 10 years old, believe it or not, which is because when I start digging back with all the clients, a lot of times this happened way in their family life, way in the back. So it's quite interesting that, you know, I've uncovered that as we're going. And the biggest thing is just your thoughts, you know, and your belief system. So it's really about discipline, and it's really about changing habits. It's as simple as that. And, you know, it's your thought process. If you think, oh, I don't want to look at those numbers, and, you know, you make it a bad thing, then it will be a bad thing. If you make it a great thing and you become disciplined, you know, suddenly your money worries and everything is going to go away. So really, really key and important. So the second strategy is why this is important. So we talked a little bit about it, but, you know, maybe you're having those sleepless nights, unwanted surprises. So basically, it's actually to avoid all of that. Some key points of reasons, like some really, really big reasons why you want to know your numbers and have everything in order, having your ducks in order when it comes to your financials, is you could be audited through your business for some reason. You could also have tax audits, which if you ever have the tax man, whether you're in the States IRS or Canada, CRA, if you ever have to be audited, and it doesn't matter if you're a small business, they could just randomly pick you and they literally will want to see everything. So those are, if there's any reason why you would definitely want to know your financials and have everything in order, is definitely because of those two reasons. The other reasons would be obviously to know the health of your business. How is your business doing? You know, it's good business sense, and it's really your responsibility as a business owner. You know, I hear a lot of business owners say, you know, I gave it to my accountant, he took care of it, but really it's not their responsibility. They're just going to run the financials. It's up to you to take the bull by the horns and to understand it is, because you know what, your accountant might have actually made an error, and you would never pick that up if you didn't know your numbers. And if you do know your numbers, you could actually hire a bookkeeper. If you're a smaller business, you could actually hire a bookkeeper to do the numbers on a regular basis, and then it would maybe just be to have it done by a tax, or the tax portion of it done by an accountant at the end of the year. But in the meantime, you're not waiting until the end of the year to know your results. You're knowing your results on a regular basis. So that's why it is so, so important, and I can't stress that enough. And that's why I'm here. I want to, you know, avoid you from having those, you know, being one of those statistics, like I said, and just knowing your numbers is so, so important, and it's going to create freedom and flexibility in your business. I promise you. Okay, so number 3, let's talk about the 5 numbers that I promised that you're going to be able to learn on this webcast, and it's, like I said, really, really super simple. So the first number obviously is your sales, also known as revenue, money coming in, however you want to call it. And basically, that is the lifeblood of your business. Without any money coming in, without making your sales, obviously, your business is not a business or not doing well. So if for some reason there's shortage of sales, we could actually look at your, you know, the business as a whole. Is it products? You know, can you diversify products, or can you bring in a different stream of income to boost those sales? So super, super important. And your sales, we'll know that in a second, will be on your financial statement. So on your income statement is where you would definitely be able to look at your sales. And I always tell my clients to, as you know, maybe in terms of your financial, I definitely recommend at least a minimum every week looking at your numbers. But as you get to scale in your business, you know, if you're hitting not seven, sorry. If you're going into, let's say, the multiple six figures or maybe scaling to a seven-figure business, then you'll definitely want to look at your sales potentially on a daily basis as well, because then you can really, really monitor where you're going and the different segments of your business. So really, really key is your sales. The second thing, the second thing is your profits. Really, really super important as well. Your profits are also on your income statement, which again, we'll learn a little bit later on. And the profits, obviously, you want to be a profitable company. So meaning your profits are obviously revenue less your expenses and less your taxes. Now I add taxes in there because most people just think of revenue minus expenses, but forget about their taxes. So remember I said I wanted to help you to avoid those unwanted surprises. A lot of times those unwanted surprises is the tax man at the end of the year that you owe a lot of taxes. So what I like to teach my clients is to allocate a percentage every month into their financial statements based on what they would typically be paying for their business, and sometimes that's, you know, a 30% depending. If you're allocating every month, that'll really give you your true profits. And then you're basically putting that tax man's money in a bucket so that at the end of the year, it's not this big surprise. Okay, so really, really super important. So again, I kind of explained that already, that the revenue, profit is your revenue, less your expenses, less your taxes. Really, really key. So the next thing is your cash, and cash is really, really important. Cash is actually king. Cash is obviously your incoming money in the bank and your outgoing, but basically knowing the cash, which there is actually a cash statement, which is one of your financial statements, and it also will, your cash balance will also be included on the balance sheet, which we'll explain again in another moment. So cash is really important because a lot of people just look at an income statement, which that is definitely very important. It really tells the picture of the profitability of the company. But sometimes what happens, a company on paper may be looking very, very profitable, but what might be happening is they're very high in loans and credits and debt. And then what happens is there's really no cash to support the business. So that's really, really key. Sometimes people forget about the cash piece and, you know, realize, oh, I'm looking profitable, so I can keep spending type thing. But what's happening is they're overdone in their debt, and then the cash is not supporting the business. And that's where a lot of times companies fail. So that's really, really key to really acknowledge that and really know that particular number as well. So if you've got any questions, by the way, post them in the chat, and I'll do a Q&A at the end. And sometimes on Zoom here, the PowerPoint will kind of freeze when I stop for some reason. And so we'll definitely post in the comments in the chat, and we'll do a Q&A at the end. So the number 4 number that in your business that you need to know is the marketing. And marketing is really key to your business, because marketing is what's going to bring those quality clients into your business. So really key. And I always advise to be leading towards the 2 to 3% of your sales to spend on marketing. And I know sometimes if we're in a startup mode, that might be a little bit difficult, but it's something, like I say, I teach them to lean into that at some point. And the reason for that is marketing is obviously is a great way to bring some business into your business. Okay, so really, really key. And it's, you know, basically taking cold traffic and bringing them in. So it's really important. So if you're working, obviously, you know, offline, if your business is offline, then obviously you could still use the old-fashioned marketing, where, you know, paper, radio, TV. If you're online, obviously you could also do some of the online tactics, such as your Facebook ads, you know, YouTube ads as well, and you can also do LinkedIn ads. So there's all kinds of different ways to do that. So really, really key. Definitely 2 to 3%. As your business scales, you'll actually want to scale your marketing to be closer to the 10% of your sales. And again, it's to bring that bulk of sales into your business and new prospect clients that will be knocking on your door. So really, really key. So the 5th number is obviously your taxes. And I mentioned earlier, is to make sure you allocate, a percentage of your business, of the revenue that you're making, towards taxes for the end of the year. And I'm not a tax accountant, but you can actually speak to a tax accountant in your area, in your country or province or state, because it is different everywhere. For example, in the States, you're governed by the state's taxes. Yes, you are by the country as well, but every state is different. So you have to abide by both and be knowledgeable about both. Here in Canada, we are governed by, we do have some provincial tax, but mainly it is the federal tax. So every country is different. Make sure you talk to someone who's a tax accountant specialist, and they can give you a rough estimate of what you should be allocating for your taxes. So really, really key. Okay, so the fourth strategy that we're talking about today, first of all, you're finding some value in this web class so far. If so, just pop it in the comments. And again, we'll talk about all this in the end at our Q&A. So I hope you're finding some value in this. So there's 3 financial statements that you need to know as a business owner. So the 3 of them, so the income statement, which is also known as the P&L statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flow. So those are the key 3 financial statements as a business owner that you need to know. So for the income statement, also known as P&L, and P&L stands for profit and loss, you're going to have a section of revenue, and you're also going to have a section of all the different expenses, and it will lay out all the different types of expenses and all the different types of revenue. Depending on your business, you may just have a one line that says income for the revenue, or you may have segmented businesses. So for example, myself, I have several segmented. I have my consulting, my coaching. I also have a health business, and I also have another business as well, and they're all under the same umbrella. Furtado Enterprises, but I lay them out all separately because then I can know which part of the business is doing really well and which part I need to improve on. So, and then of course it has your profits at the end, and so in the end, your revenue minus your expenses and your profits. Now, I know I mentioned revenue minus expense minus taxes. On the income statement, you're only going to see it up to the profits in terms of revenue minus expenses. But the reason I have people thinking of taxes is they know, okay, that's my profit, but I also need to take the taxes on there as well. Now, again, depending on how simple or more complicated your income statement is, you can put before taxes and after taxes as well. Depends. Okay, so again, income statement in very simple language tells us if a company is profitable or not. So the balance sheet is assets, will include assets on there. It's going to include liabilities on there and owner's equity on there. And in very simple terms, the balance sheet is basically telling you what you own and what you owe. So what you own is obviously your assets. So it could be cash, your accounts receivable, inventory, any kind of capital assets or buildings, that kind of stuff. And it will tell you what you owe. So in terms of your liabilities, do you have what kind of debt do you have? What kind of loans do you have? Are they capital loans? Are they leases? All kinds of stuff like that. And then also on the balance sheet, you will definitely know what your cash balance is, which is really, really key as well. And there will also be the owner's equity that will also show up on the balance sheet in terms of the owner. So your third statement is your statement of cash flow, and that is going to show you your opening and your closing amounts of cash for that period of time. And basically it is that you will also see the change in cash over a given period for all the different assets and liabilities and such where cash flow is taking place. So here it's very, very key. This particular financial statement is very key because, like I mentioned before, cash is king, and you can really see if the cash in the business is supporting the business or not, or is it in a negative position. This is really, really key to know. So today, I want you to think for a moment, what does financial freedom mean for you? If you look at some of these pictures, you've got, the cars, your family, vacations, and you know what, as a business owner, you want to be able to have freedom in your business as well as your life. And if you know your financials and you know that your financials are doing well and your business is doing well, then that turns into freedom in your business and life. So it's really, really key, and that I'm all for helping people to get to that point. So here's the thing. If you are someone right now that is maybe careless with your financials, or when I talk about the word financials, you're running the other way, which that is about many business owners, and it just absolutely breaks my heart. Or if you're just handing over your financials at the end of the year, then I want you to stop that today. I really want you to stop making excuses, and let's break that spell today. It's really, really important. And I love the saying that Jim Rohn says, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way to, and if you don't, you'll find an excuse. So I don't want you to be saying any more excuses, and let's just make this something that, a new discipline and a new habit that you're going to have as a business owner, and more freedom in your business and your life. So imagine no more sleepless nights, no more surprises at the end of the year. Imagine having your power back and being in complete control of your business and your life. Imagine having that freedom and the confidence because you feel confident about your financials and you know your numbers and you know your business is in good health and you know the health of your business and also the temperature of your business. And that sense of relief that you don't have to worry about, even if you do get a tax audit, you're going to be good. I've been part of audit teams, and I've been part of being on both sides of the audit, or being audited from a big corporation and going through this. And you know what? If your numbers are in order, you don't have anything to worry about, and it's a sense of relief. So I really want you to be in that position. So this is important for, here's some examples of why this is really, really important. So I'm sure you've heard of those successful businesses that make 6 and 7 figures, right? What about if they're drowning in debt? The reason they're drowning in debt is because they're not knowing their numbers. Could be a lot of other reasons, but a lot of times, if they had looked at their numbers, they would know ahead of time that this is coming and they need to make some changes. A lot of times they don't look at it till it's too late. Also, that business owner, maybe that's not quite paying attention, like I said, and then they end up owing a lot of money to the tax man. Maybe they're not allocating things correctly. Maybe they didn't allow for that taxation. Maybe they didn't realize that, they should be allocating 30% of, for their business. So those are the kinds of things. And how about that celebrity that is making millions only to end up broke and to lose it all? So this is why it is so important for you to know the foundation and the knowledge and understanding so that you are a successful business and that you absolutely succeed. And then what you do once you know this, it's just like riding a bike. Once you know, you rinse and repeat and you keep going, and you're living in that state of freedom and confidence. So again, I just want to talk about a couple of my other clients, what they're saying. So Christy, after only working 2 weeks with me, she enjoyed how simple I made things and very practical techniques that I helped her with. And she was able to literally go from broke to doubling her income to $5,000 in 4 weeks. So that was an amazing, amazing thing that Christy did. And then Michelle, she says, Christine taught me to track and know my numbers, and I did not realize the freedom that I would have after substantially reducing my debt and having more cash in the bank for my business. She felt the freedom and the relief that I keep talking about in this Webclass. So what is next? So here is what that I want to teach you and how. I am opening up my private opportunities, and I want to offer you a private opportunity to work with me. Now, please realize I typically only work with 1 or 2 large consulting clients at a time, and I only take on 10 private clients at one time. So this this is definitely, we're opening that up right now, and is very likely next year I won't be taking any private clients. So I really just want to put that out for you. So this is what you get with private one-on-one sessions. So you get 2 one-hour private one-on-one sessions with me. You get unlimited resources from my financial vault. So whatever it is that you need, I will give it to you. It is included in the price. And you also get unlimited texting and emailing with me. Whatever it is that's going on in your life or your business right now, I'm at your fingertips. So if you need help with anything, you know, for example, I had people launching different products. I had people, you know, attending fairs and, you know, opening a booth. And just for moral support, they had connection with me when they're going through those particular times in their business. And then the other thing, the lastly and not least, is the accountability that you're going to get from me. I make you accountable with a lot of love. And I'm also there to be your cheerleader, because I've been there in my own business. Not only am I a professional accountant, but I'm also an entrepreneur and a business owner myself. So I totally understand what you are going through in your business. So really, really key. So it's up to you to decide whether, you know, you have 2 choices, whether you want to go on and, you know, continue the way things were, or if you choose to work with me privately. I'm opening up, like I said, 10 spots for my private clients, and so I hope you'll jump on. Like I said, next year I won't be offering that again. So ultimately, I want you to feel that freedom and, you know, be that money magnet, create that financial freedom within your business. I want you to, you know, take those financials, and like I said, I make financials easy and simple. It's really not that hard, and I'm here on a mission to help at least the business owners, million business owners, sorry, to know, understand their numbers and avoid those sleepless nights and avoid those unwanted surprises. So if you want to connect with me, if this sounds really good in terms of getting some private coaching, feel free to text me at 519-535-8196 and say, yes, I'm interested. And of course, tell me your name. That way I can reach out to you. Or you can also reach out to me at ChristineFurtadoEnterprises.com, and there will be a little pop-up that comes up, and feel free to book a call with me on there. And you can also go to /contact if you want to put a little message in there as well. But booking a call is the best thing. Or if you'd like, you could also email me at ChristineFurtadoEnterprises.com. So I'm here for you. So let's just go to some Q&A. I'm just gonna, I'm going to check my, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Let me share that again. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to actually share that. I was actually meaning to go to my chat here. So hello. So is there anything that I can help you with? What kind of challenges do you have in terms of, you know, your business or money? If there's anything I can help you with, then feel free to let me know. I'm here for you. What kind of business do you have? That'd be a good one to know. No, nobody? You've got to have some kind of challenges or some kind of questions. Any questions? Did you find this helpful? Was this really helpful for you? And you know, what other kinds of things would you love to learn in terms of financials, money, support in your business? What kind of things would you love to learn? I would love to know that. That way I can reach out for support with you, but also, you know, we could always do another web class on those particular items as well. No, nothing? This is your big chance to ask questions. Feel free, don't be shy. In terms of the private coaching, like I said, you get 2 one-on-one calls with me every single month. And like I said, unlimited emails and texting, unlimited accountability, and also you get my vault of everything depending on what you need in your business. I definitely will forward all that to you. I have a lot of documentations, a lot of checklists, and I can even help you from the financial perspective. If you need a bookkeeper, I can either help you get one, or I can actually help you to do some of your bookkeeping as well. So we can do all kinds of different things. It all depends on what you need. The private coaching is really good because it's whatever you need for your business. That's really, really super important. Okay, so we do have one comment. So hi, Danny. Nice to see you. So my business is, so Danny says my business is a blog and travel writing. My income is minimal at the time. I wanted to hear your outline to see if there's anything that could help me. I'm afraid my needs are not all that great at this time. So that's okay. These are just wonderful things to be able to know, Danny. So you know what? Put that in your back pocket, even if it's not something that I can help you with right now. It's just one of those things that's really, really helpful and useful. There will be a recording on this, so definitely check that out so you can write down some of your golden nuggets. And yes, you know what? Blogging definitely is a great, great business. And it's just one of those businesses. It does take time. That takes time. But I know several bloggers actually that do well, that are travel bloggers as well, that do quite well. So if there's anything that I can help you with, feel free to even just book a 30-minute call, which is free. So, and I can help you, maybe get some different tips and tricks. Would it be helpful to know some different blogging tips perhaps? And yeah, so like blogging, a lot of times it does take time in terms of the revenue to turn it around. Sometimes you have to give yourself maybe 6 months to a year. But like I said, I know a number of people that have done really, really well with their blogs. So a lot of it is just getting the reach out there, and sometimes the SEO is helpful. There's a lot of little tips and tricks. Also getting on a guest blog, being a guest blogger on some of the big top bloggers. There's different ways to do that. Trying to think of some different ways here. Getting on the social media, making sure that your links are being put to your website. Do a little blurb on like Facebook or social media, and have it come right to your website, so that way you're getting traffic to your website. But a lot of it is just being really daily consistency and blogging consistently, whatever that is for you, like whether it's a weekly blog or 2-3 times a week blog, or if it's a daily blog. So really, really important. Just like everything else, it's definitely about consistency and just getting that reach out there. So it's definitely doable. So if you want to learn a little bit more, Danny, just feel free to reach out to me and book a 30-minute call with me, and I can help you with that. So is there anything else, guys? This is your chance to ask some questions. Again, I'm just going to take this opportunity. Another thing that's really coming up in the next few weeks, I'm really, really super excited, is a new podcast. Podcasts obviously are free, and it's a great way. The podcast is called Financials Made Simple. Financials Made Easy for Business Owners. So again, very similar to the title of this web class, no pun intended. I'm just really super passionate about helping business owners with their financials and just really making it easy. So the podcast is just a wonderful way to learn, very quickly. They're just going to be half an hour. They're digestible. The other thing that is going to happen this week, they're all going to be set up as mini trainings, and I'm going to have all kinds of different financial experts on every week, once a week. And once every month, there's going to be one person that comes on with some business strategy or some different things that help the business owners with whether it's their health or productivity. So we're going to make it really super fun. So I'm super, super excited to share that with you guys. So keep listening to that so we can still be connected in that way as well. So I'm super excited. So if there's no more questions today, I really want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for attending our web class. I'm really grateful to have you here, and I hope you found a ton of value. And there will be a recording, so please make sure you look at the recording and also share the recording with any other business owners that you feel would find some value in that and understanding the financials. So I think it's really, really key and important. And again, thank you guys so much for attending tonight. I really appreciate you and I value you guys, and we will see you on the next web class. Speak soon. Bye.